Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Trav, the Trash Man Martin. I see you over there sweating. You sweating
Swipe the sweat from my brow.
I see, man. You shining, you glistening.
I got these lights on me, bro.
Right now, bro. It's like you can see the reflection on my forehead right now. How hot it is in here. But today we are reviewing Black Widow. It just came out, and me and Trav, we both had the opportunity to see it. And before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was gonna do D's part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like D always says, podcast link down in the description.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Black Widow. I watched the movie, man. I thought that it was okay. I want to say, like, by the time that it started getting towards the end of the movie, like, that's when I was really starting to get excited. I thought that, throughout the entire movie, I thought that the action was on point. I thought that Scarlett Johansson, she did an amazing job finally having her own movie. And I thought the movie was good. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. What do you think, Trav? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, again, I thought it was good. Like, what's it called? It was cool to get, because we've gone so far with these movies now, with all the space stuff and these super powerful dudes. It was nice to take it back to 2011. You know what I mean? And have like some good fashion Earth stuff going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nobody was super OP. You know what I mean? It was government stuff with superheroes, and I really liked that, bro. And I thought this was a good passing of the torch. You know what I mean? From Natasha to Yvonne. What's her name? Yelena. To Yelena.
Yeah, I thought it was cool how the movie, it starts off in 1995, because I will say, like, when I was first watching it, I was just like, is this really Black Widow? Because I wasn't expecting that. And also, too, it kind of threw me off because she had blue hair when she was a kid. And I was just like, okay. I mean, like, growing up,
I picked up on it.
I didn't really see a lot of kids who had, like, different colored hair when I was a kid. Like, you saw teenagers and adults, especially in the 90s, like with the punk rock scene and everything, like you would see a lot of like older people that had like different color hair. But like growing up, I had never seen kids with blue hair.
Well, you know whose kid does have different color hair.
She reminded me just of Zoe. I was just like, that's Trav's daughter, and you were the dad. You were just like, it's time to go. We gotta leave. But it was cool seeing the backstory. I thought that they really did a good job explaining who Natasha was, and finding out about the whole Red Room, and how all of these children, they're taken off of the streets and they're made into Black Widows. And that was something I thought was cool too, is that you watch all of these Marvel movies, and when you see Black Widow in it, you think that she's the only one, like that's her code name is Black Widow. But instead, it's like there's a ton of Black Widows.
It's an army.
It's an army of them. And I just thought that was interesting. How Alexei, how he was over in like the whole family was in America because they were trying to get the super soldier serum, so that way that they could make their forces stronger.
Right.
And then we get the time jump. It takes place right after. I want to say it was like 2 weeks or a couple of weeks after Civil War, where Natasha, Cap, and
all of them,
they're all on the run.
Yeah,
they're all on the run, and Natasha, like, she's living in a trailer.
Yeah. Well, because this is after Cap breaks them all out of prison. In the end credits. So it's weird. I don't know why Natasha didn't roll with them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm assuming they're all kind of together. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But
no, they're not. Well, Cap and Steve and Sam,
they're together. Right.
Yeah, because we see at the end of the movie where it's just like 2 weeks later, it's like she has the blonde hair now, and this is pretty much what's leading up to Infinity War. It's like she's going to find them, and then the events of Infinity War take place. And I thought that was cool. Something else that they did in this movie was they made a lot of Avengers jokes, and I love how like all of the characters, they was just like, oh, maybe you can call your friends to come and help us. And but see, they don't know that the Avengers have had that falling out. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. And the Red Guardian, he was just like, did Cap ever say anything about me when y'all were together? It's like, Cap don't even know who you are. It's like he was frozen this entire time, so he doesn't know anything about the Red Guardian. And you know, I know the actor who plays him, what is his name, Trav?
David Harbour.
David Harbour. He said that he wants to do a Red Guardian movie or TV.
We're good on all that, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on. I like it. If he wants to do a TV show, because I could possibly see him being in the Hawkeye show, you know. But other than that, I mean, like, I'm good on Red Guardian movie.
I agree.
Like, I thought he did a good job as Hellboy, but a lot of people like they trashed the Hellboy movie.
Oh, I love David Harbour as an I love him in Stranger Things. I love him as Hellboy. I loved him in this. He's in the new HBO Max movie with Don Cheadle, No Sudden Move. So everything I've seen him in, you know, I enjoy him. But yeah, there's no need for Red Guardian movie, bro. Like that's no draw right there to me.
You know, I agree with you, man. But you know, I one of my complaints about the movie, and we was talking about this before we started recording, was Taskmaster. And I really haven't did a deep dive into Twitter on Black Widow, but some of my friends who I've talked about it, including myself, on the reveal of Taskmaster, is that this was a character created specifically for the movie. Antonia Dreykov. Taskmaster, he's a character. Right. He's a character in the comics, TV shows, you know, cartoons. Like, he's been around for years. But when they did that reveal, and it was somebody from Natasha's past, and I was just like, man, like I wasn't feeling that. I thought that was dumb. I thought it was dumb that Taskmaster didn't have the same skills that Taskmaster has in the comics. Like, Taskmaster in the comics, they're able to look what everybody does, and then like have accurate memory of what that person does, and they can copy their movements, their moves. That's what they did in the movie. Yeah, I'm about to get to that. No, but that's what I'm about to get to. With this Taskmaster, it was just all uploaded into a chip and just put into the mask, and I'm just like, I just wasn't a fan. Trav, what was your take on Taskmaster?
Oh, I had no problems with it. I mean, what's the difference?
Like, now, did you know who Taskmaster was before the movie? And
yeah,
okay.
I just don't. Again, I don't really mess with Marvel too much, comic wise. I just knew that it was a villain that was a trained assassin that could mimic, you know, pretty much anything that anybody did. You know what I mean? But I got no qualms with it. Again, people need to realize that this is an adaptation of something.
No, I agree.
You're not going to get a 1-for-1 shot on every little thing, dude.
No, I agree with you on that, man. It's just, when it was revealed that Taskmaster was going to be in the movie, I was hyped because I was expecting it to be similar to, because I know with the MCU, they change stuff up. Right. It's just, I'm just not a fan of race swapping and gender swapping characters, because they did the same thing in Captain Marvel as well with Marvel, because in the comics and and all of the other media, she's Miss Marvel, then she becomes Captain Marvel after the original Captain Marvel dies. But this is later on. It was somebody else. Oh, the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. Remember the backlash they got with that, because in the comics, the Ancient One was an old Asian guy, but in the movie, they made it a white woman. And a lot of people were just pissed off about that. I know they tried to come after Iron Fist too, but no, like Iron Fist, like Danny Rand, that's really Iron Fist. So It's just I guess those are people that just don't read the comics. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. I would recommend it to anybody that's been, following the MCU for all these years. Another thing that I would say is that I wish that it would have had happened earlier before she died, because I want to say after I finished watching the movie, I was just like, dang, man, I want to see a sequel to Black Widow now, but Natasha's dead. But I mean, who knows? Because in the Loki show, we found out that there are a bunch of different multiverses and there are variants in these multiverses. So who knows? I mean, if Gamora could come back, Natasha could come back. So that's all I got to say about that. What do you think, Trav?
No, I think Scarlett Johansson is done. I think these original cast, they've had their fill. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson. They're kind of done. I know Chris Hemsworth is even like, kind of good. You know what I mean? So which is why he's not the main focus in the new Thor movie.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo's still here.
So.
And who else is still from the original? Hawkeye, he's still, So I mean, all in all, Trav, what would you give your rating for this movie?
I'm debating. I don't know if it's a 6 or a 7, man. I'm really trying to think. Only because, again, I thought it was good. I don't know if it has replay value for me personally, though.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a good little backstory for. I would watch it again. And I'm not opposed to watching it. I just don't think I would ever be like, I feel like watching Black Widow.
You wouldn't go out of your way to watch it.
No, now I do think if I was watching a timeline order of movies, I would watch it after Civil War, along with some of the other stuff, that's kind of mixed in there, Black Panther, Doctor Strange and stuff. Yeah. I think I probably would still watch it before I got to the end result. But, yeah, I mean, it's just good. So I'll be nice, bro. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Okay. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, hey, I'm right there with you, man. I'm giving it a 7 as well. I agree. Like, I don't feel like there's any replay value after you watch it. But it is a good movie. It's solid. Like, all of the cast, they did a really good job in it. From beginning to end, they did an awesome job. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next, because we get that post-credit scene and Yelena, she's at Natasha's grave, which I'm happy that she actually has a grave, because in Endgame, I don't even think that they had a grave for her. Like, I believe Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye just talked about her when they were at the cabin.
Yeah, well, they didn't do that because, again, it's not something that you would do for her character. Like, Iron Man's like a beloved figure. Yeah. She's like a secret assassin. Type thing. Yeah.
But yeah, she had her own grave, and Yelena, she goes to visit it, and she straightens stuff up, and then we get Valentina, who we're first introduced to in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, this movie, again, it was supposed to come out before Falcon and Winter Soldier, so this is why we're just seeing her now. But she ends up handing Yelena a photo and says that this is the man who killed your sister. And that's pretty much how the movie ends. Now, my whole thing is that, like, how would somebody even know? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, they were in a different time. They were on another planet.
They would know because the Avengers know.
Yeah,
like,
but
word came back and then word spread. And she's also like a top secret official. She knows stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? She somehow finds a way to find things out. That's her job.
Like, come on now. I mean, we know because we saw. So, I mean, I understand why she would be upset that if word got back, but it's just like, how? Like, like, why would Hawkeye kill? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Hawkeye shows and seeing what's going to happen next between the new Black Widow, because now she's going to take her place. And if we do get a sequel to Black Widow, I could see her being the lead, but I don't know. I don't know if we will get a sequel to Black Widow. I feel like, they did this because this was like a send off to Scarlett Johansson. So
for sure.
With that being said, like I said, I give this movie a 7. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are you expecting to see next? Let us know in the comments. Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's right. As always, man, I'm on the Instagram at ZK Audio. You can shoot me a follow on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK. And of course, man, where they going to find my main man, Benjamin Banks, at?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching our review. Make sure that you check out some of our other reviews and our interviews and reaction videos that we have here on the channel. Check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up. Stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.